a second. Sorry. Just be silent. Just take my cue, okay? So I'm going to go live on audio in a sec. Oh. Hey, Julie.
Oh, hey, Julie.
Welcome to Hey, Julie. It's a summer. It's 2020. It's a little bit late. It is like almost August, but we're doing it, right? I'm Brett.
I'm Danielle.
And oh my gosh.
Thank God.
Has the wait been worth it? Do you think? Let's just start. Let's just get started.
Honestly, yes. So there's so much to discuss. And I was in a place where I really didn't think it was going to happen. I was like, oh my God, there's no way this is going to start in August. August is too late. They're just going to keep putting it off. And suddenly it's October. And guess what? BB does not work in October.
Well, or it worked the best time it worked.
But I was like, okay, fine, no summer BB. I'll just have the worst summer of my life. It just makes sense because 2020 is a cursed year. It's been the worst of everything so far. It all makes sense. But no, finally, CBS has started airing ads. We're seeing TMZ lists of cast members. It's happening, you guys, finally.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a little bit of a rumor roundup today. There's kind of like, it seems like we have like, I don't know, like 8 to 12ish people. Like it seems like that we know that for sure are gonna be on BB22. Gonna have probably a cast of 16. Seems like there's some alternates in there for legal and health and
yeah.
not dying.
I'm still not entirely sure how they're gonna do this health-wise, but I'm excited that they're doing it for my entertainment.
Here's the thing: we're not big supporters of the old red, white, and blue on this podcast. The way things have been going,
yes, we used to be, but things are tough.
Anyway, I mean, so. But one thing I can say about being an American citizen is, boy, oh boy, I have mad respect for capitalism, right? Like I work, my job, I work in sports. I know for a fact the NFL, I've known since Rudy Gobert coughed on his teammates in mid-March.
Oh God.
That the NFL was happening. The mechanisms of billion-dollar businesses don't stop for viruses, and that includes the Chen Moonves mountain up there in Burbank. Get your asses
in the house and start making entertainment. We've got bottom lines here.
Exactly. Danielle, before we get started, on the cam, would you mind tilting it just a hair towards you for the listener and the viewer can see your face better? By the way, if you're listening to the fucking podcast, get a life, get less of a life, because we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Periscope. Hit us up in the chat. Hit us up on Twitter at HeyJulieBB. We'll be answering some questions. And so where should we start?
I think we need to start. Well, let's just start with the facts first, because then we'll get into rumor control. We need to start with the facts, which is that this Monday, it's so soon. I'm so excited. This Monday, the cast will be revealed. And that's July 27th, Monday. And then Wednesday, July 29th, live on Big Brother on CBS.com. They're going to be doing the cast interviews at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. So those are the facts.
Another fact, my bosses. I think I might have the COVID on Wednesday. I think I might have to go get a Q-tip stuck up halfway to my brain on Wednesday morning.
I'm gonna need a long lunch that day, let me tell you.
Sorry if I'm making light of your personal tragedies. I think I have a little bit of shortness of breath on Wednesday.
Well, and another thing, listen, another thing that has been confirmed, this is All Stars 2, baby. No surprise randos sneaking into this cast. These are people we either love or hate joining us this summer. And, you know, Brett and I made our list of the people we wanted to see, and there are some shocking people on this rumored list right now.
Check out our previous episode, All Chaos Edition, BB22. Yeah. Just looking at, we'll get into some of the names, and we're going to save like more of a breakdown for next week, you know, but we're kind of going to, I don't want to shoot our wad, you know, I don't want to talk about some of these people too much if I'm going to be talking about them next week. But I think so far, it's actually not a bad cast at all. Like it's pretty lit.
No, I have like, you know, I have some issues, but on a whole, I'm
that
just
Glenn isn't on on the cast.
Yes, but on a whole, I'm just excited to see all of these, like the energy, the electricity of all of these people in the same house is gonna be explosive.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's been a summer of explosiveness. It's been a summer of emotions boiling over in the world.
Yeah,
and I won't go further than that, but I don't know. Like, so let's go through it. There's a few different lists. You know, Big Brother Rumors whatever has it. Brent Walgamot of the Rob Has a Podcast Empire has been tweeting a lot of stuff. I'm getting some of this from BigBrotherNetwork.com.
Right. That's where I'm looking as well. But we should go through who the most rumored, and, you know, TMZ reported. Here's the thing. TMZ, we hate them, of course. Horrible people. Very bad practices, but they're usually right. They
TMZ's
are usually right.
waiting at LAX with the camera.
Yes.
Brad Pitt, how was the flight? What have you done with those children?
Yeah. I mean, they're there. They're on the ball. They're writing it all down.
Los Angeles legend, Kobe Bryant, helicopter, not doing so hot. TMZ has it before the family knows. So
yeah,
trust
exactly.
TMZ. Well, actually, you know what? TMZ knows a lot about car crashes, helicopter crashes, and the like. They actually don't seem to have it right with what they've posted. Do you have the TMZ article in front of you? Because I don't.
Here, let me pull it up, and you have the Brent Walgamot.
So let me just read through what we got. This is as of 7/24. Locks.
Yeah.
Locks. Lock it in.
Yes.
Casey. Hey guys, what's up?
Let's
go. you know the winner with the catchphrase from BB20. Casey, she's here and she has a personality technically.
Okay, here's the thing that I said. When I was screaming these names out loud to my husband, I was like, here's the thing. Casey's going to win. Of all of these people. Casey's going to win again.
Oh, absolutely.
She's so under the radar and yet so good at competitions.
She's very amenable. She's very amenable as a person. She's very good at competitions. Right yes, she doesn't really start drama with anybody. Not who I would cast in a reality show, but does very well at reality shows.
She's not threatening at all. Like, who in this cast, I bet they'll all forget, other than Tyler, they'll all forget that she won. So they're just going to like blatantly trust her. She's going to win. All right. That's number one. Go ahead. Who else we got?
By the way, Sean Snyder says, we stan a Danny husband mention.
Have I mentioned? I'm married.
Janelle Pierzina. I don't know how. Janelle, of being the fucking most famous Janelle on the show. I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
On the earth, Janelle. Okay. Can I give you my take on Janelle?
Yeah. Love it.
Here's the thing. I rewatched the original All Stars BB7 a month ago. Mm-hmm. And it was fabulous. And I forced my husband, Sean, to watch it with me. And even I was like, she's a legend. You'll see. She's a star. She's like the queen of BB. And he was like, yes, you're right. Oh my gosh, she is amazing. But so I'm sort of like, why is she this? Because we won't mention BB14, okay?
Well,
so, here's why is she further sullying her reputation by coming on again?
Here's the thing. First of all, I don't know. Second, as the listener, the viewer will understand, if you want people, I was gonna say, if you want people who've like rewatched every season of Big Brother, well, one of them's on this podcast. We got Danielle right here. But if you want people who like study the game and know everybody's names and stuff, and remember everybody, check out another podcast because I love like OG BB 2 through 7, but like even people who have strong feelings about, same as you, like strong feelings about Janelle, strong positive feelings of Janelle. I can't remember like anything she did or why I liked her. And basically the further back, like there's some of these names here, I'm like, even like winners, like there are winners on this list and winners who have been rumored who I'm like, I should have a very strong opinion about them as a winner. And I'm like, I don't.
No, there are definitely some names where I'm like, ew, but Janelle is not one of them. I just think she was so great in All Stars and it's weird.
She was great in her season too.
It's a little weird for her to come back.
It was weird because wasn't she one of the tweeters when the BB All Stars 2 thing kind of popped off in maybe early June? She was like, I got kids, man. I got like
which I'm like, yeah, you do, and you have a thriving real estate business.
I'm like in my 40s,
Why do you want to come spend time with all these idiots?
I don't know, but
I don't know her life, you know. Good for her.
I do know her life. She's sitting in a Holiday Inn Express in Studio City right now by herself.
No, she lives in like Minnesota. I'm pretty sure.
No, well, she's in whatchamacallit? She's in quarantine right now.
Oh, yes, you're right. Correct. Well, anyway, I welcome, despite all of this, maybe she'll get into some good fights and show these young little drama stars how it's really done, because Janelle can hold her own. So It'll be fun to see some old school people mixed with the new school.
We stand a queen.
We do stand a queen. So Janelle, and then who else we got?
Danny Donato, not Danny. Ding Dong Danny.
Danny DeVito.
No, Danny DeVito, but Danny Donato. I think she's married with a different last name now, but most famously known as Danny Donato.
Another icon, another true all-star. Absolutely, great. In my view. Yes.
Was it BB8 and BB13? Right? She got second place in 8 and then like 7th or something like that.
I believe 13. So. She's great. I mean, I'm a big Danny fan, so happy to see her again. Again, another person who I'm sort of like, I don't know if you needed to come back to defend any legendary status, but I'm happy to see her, so I welcome her.
Paycheck's a paycheck when 40 million people are out of work.
Exactly. Then, if you don't mind me jumping in, we've got an all-star in everyone's eyes, despite never playing well, Devon Rogers.
Queen, gift queen, honestly, probably the most famous person who's ever been on Big Brother because of the gif of her walking out of the house and also pretends to be shocked. Like
she really is. She's the face of Big Brother at this point. She is the star of Big Brother. So we love her.
She's awesome.
We're only disappointed by her gameplay because it's like we want to see more of her. So it's inevitably annoying when she sucks and gets kicked off like pre-jury. But, you know, maybe she'll make it farther this time. Good for her. I'm happy to see her. I welcome her back with open arms.
Hell yeah. I'm the same way. Every time a gif of her pops up in my feed, I'm like, ooh, maybe one of my friends likes Big Brother now. No, they're just commenting on something else and they don't know what this is from. Sure. Whatever. We did skip one on here. Bailey as well. Bailey Dayton from
Right. So
20?
this
20? Is that right?
This is
or was that last year? I don't remember anymore. It was 19.
She's 19. No, she's 20. She's 20. Yeah. She was Tyler's season, I remember, because she had the iconic fight where she bled from the mouth while screaming at him. Bailey's tough because...
That's how I feel about Tangela Stans on Twitter. I want to bleed and scream on them.
God, Brett, are you ready for me to go full, troll on Twitter?
I got into it on our account with someone and then... with a Tangela Stan.
I can't help it. It brings me back to my OTT days when I would wake up so early and just fight with people on Twitter defending Morgan and Shelby's honor.
But yeah, I mean, we're 24 hours social media coverage here on Hey Julie BB. You get up early in the morning, East Coast time, and no matter where you are in the world, if you stan Tangela, I don't even know if those are words.
You're trying to slide into my mentions. Look, I'm sorry, but I do not stand Tangela, and I am strong in my belief. Exactly. So don't try to come for me. But
people who stand Tangela are like, I support private health care. The Aetna must be intact. The CEO of Aetna must keep his $40 million.
That's the thing. I really don't get, and not to yuck someone else's yum, but I really, usually when you stan a couple, it's because there's like undeniable heat or like they have personalities. Like,
maybe you want to be a CBS's The Unicorn situation,
Yeah, but even like people who stan Swaggy and Bailey, for example, I'm like, okay, I get it.
See it.
They had like this crazy tumultuous time, and that maybe people love the drama. I get that. But Angela and Tyler, it's just sort of like, they are so boring, so dull. But okay,
Julie Spencer in the chat remembers the epic fight 2 days ago
of bleeding from the mouth.
No, of me and the guy with the Baby Yoda Twitter, who's like the Baby Yoda Abby, who's like Tangela though.
Buckle up, because there's going to be a lot of that this summer. I have a feeling. I think this season is really going to tear the BB universe apart online. And I, for one, look forward to it.
I mean, if the universe ends, I'm fine with it. Like, BB universe, regular universe. I feel like I'm never gonna see Tenet, right? Like, either way, I'm not gonna see Tenet.
Or Mulan. But if I'm gonna go, let me go watching the BB live feeds on a Thursday night.
Oh my God.
So wait, let's get through Nicole Franzel.
So those were okay. So everyone we've mentioned: Casey, Janelle, Bailey, Danny. Not DeVito, Tavon. Those are what we're considering in the lock category. We now the next female names, not so sure about. So I mean, it's only it's only 5 women. There's going to be definitely 8. So, so now we're going to get into some rumor territory.
Okay. Huge one. Amber Borzotra.
BB16.
BB16, and many feel that she was unfairly, that she didn't get a good chance and that Caleb ruined her game.
This happens in Big Brother.
Yes.
A beefcake decides like they're in love with someone, and then like when they realize they can't have them or whatever, like they're summarily voted out shortly after.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember. I think she's beautiful, but I don't really remember much about her. But I'm not opposed to her having this slot.
Yeah, I mean, again,
I think she's a wild card.
Yeah, I think she was good. I mean, I think it would be great to see her on a season without Caleb, whatever his name, Beefcake Cowboy, whatever his fucking nickname was.
Yeah, give her a shot. Why not?
Yeah, and again, like, people are all 40. They have kids. We're living in hellscape.
Yes.
Like, maybe you can't get 8 all-stars of each gender,
I mean, people are busy. They're in pandemic with their kids. They're trying to hold on to their jobs. They can't just up and leave. So we sort of passed over Nicole Franzel.
Yeah, you mentioned it, and then
So she's part of the rumored but not locked list, right?
Yes.
But she's a winner.
She's a winner. She would be a 3rd-time player, along with Janelle. She's engaged or more to Victor, right?
Yes.
Are you aware of Victor's current profession?
No, I'm not. I'm very excited to learn.
No, you're not.
Oh, no. An MLM? What?
He's a cop.
Oh my God. No way.
Yeah. So sad story there.
That's tough stuff.
Not all cops.
Yeah, that's going to come up in the feeds.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Talk about a name that was like everywhere. Lockie of Locksville, the sheriff of Lockingham. Derek was on here, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, cops though. I don't know. And he's like, oh, I'm in Alaska now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm trying to see the northern lights, but it's the middle of summer, so yeah.
That's truly tough stuff. Listen, we can't judge a woman by her husband, and I liked Victor too. Darn.
I'm being corrected in the chat. Janelle will be playing for the 4th time. Sorry. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, 4th time. Yeah, because she went on BB14, which I'm sort of just like, BB14 was not a good showing for her. So I don't know. I guess maybe this could be like her redemption. Yeah, exactly. No, really. Then finally, this one you had a viral tweet about, Brett.
Oh, my God. Jack himself called and said, sir, step in my glass elevator. The guy with the gobstopper, he was working for me. You can run Twitter now because of this one tweet.
The servers couldn't handle the virality of this tweet, but Danielle, Black Widow Rays, All-Star herself, is also a rumored cast, but she's insisting that she's not part of the cast.
But she has tweeted in the last 24 hours that she's not playing, so...
So yeah, it'd be great if she was. That'd be fun.
Queen.
But
Talk about standing a legend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So great to see her. I don't know. People who are actually using their own social media, like to organize someone else to tweet for you.
Yeah. Well, that's what you have to do now.
That's what you would have to do. I know it seems simple, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of fucking work for like.
I know but that's Big Brother. You have to do a lot of conniving. So I just want to give just a brief like TMZ overview of the women mentioned. So TMZ
because there's some different ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they had Danielle Donato, Janelle Pierzina, Nicole Franzel, and Bailey Dayton. So far it's the same. Did
they have Nicole Anthony as well? Was that one of the?
Not on the TMZ link I'm looking at.
Okay, so Nicole Anthony from the Boogie Down Long Island is rumored in there as well. Is a possibility. I think as we'll see more as we get into the guys, I think there was just a little bit of like Nicole, and then people were like, "There's two pretty popular Nicoles from the last few years."
Yeah. Try being a Danielle. Oh, so many. Danielle. It's just a great name.
Okay. Can we talk about the most important thing of the females? Is Christmas is rumored to be on the show.
That to me is the lead story of the night.
I know we saved it for the fucking J block, but
that is,
they sprung her from jail. They're releasing people from jail who might be more susceptible to COVID. So I'm assuming that's why she's.
It's like
involved.
Christmas to me in a house with these people is like one of these things is so not like the other. Like, it's the epitome of that meme. Like you think I'm stuck in here with you, you're stuck in here with me. Like Christmas is so crazy. That's why I'm hoping it's true, because
Christmas truly is Jackie Earle Haley as Rorschach with the mask pulled off in that prison about to kill everybody.
The confrontations between Christmas and every other member of this cast will be so good.
Talk about someone who needs a second chance, right?
Sure.
We were talking about Amber, right? She was like, she might have been submarined by some guy who like really wanted to like bone on a webcam.
Yeah, and she deserves a second chance.
Christmas, like fucking breaks her leg or whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing. I could totally see the crew of the show being like, "We promise, we'll bring you back. We're so sorry. We ruined your life." And now this is a good opportunity to do that for her.
Yeah, ruined her life. She decided to immediately get pregnant with a stranger.
She probably got hooked,
which you're allowed to do. Everyone's allowed to do. Clearly hopped up on opioids, flirting with, getting arrested. So hopefully, maybe lockdown, 3 months sober living.
That's good for Christmas.
Maybe helps. Maybe she trains.
Maybe she'll come face to face with her demons. Honestly, and look, I don't want to get the Tangela stands even angrier at me than they already are. But I honestly could see a showmance between Tyler and Christmas. I'm gonna just throw it out there.
Yeah, she's like she's like very like physical, right? She's like a bodybuilder.
Very physical.
She takes what she wants, and Tyler's like, well, yeah, okay.
Well, she's like a slightly older, slightly more dramatic Angela, and I just think he might be attracted to that. He might be like, I'm bored of like someone stable. I need someone who's going to bring the chaos, someone who's unhinged, and that's Christmas.
All the guys out there know that a chaotic female companion, maybe not great for long-term success, short-term single night success.
You crave it.
Optimal.
You crave it. I know men.
Do you?
And I know, and guys like Tyler, they pretend that they want someone stable, but really they crave the crazy. Like Caitlyn. That's why how close he was with Caitlyn.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
He had a soft spot for her.
I mean, everyone was kind of like pretty close to sealing the deal with Caitlyn. Not like to say that she's like a loose woman or anything. She was no. She was feeling emotions very strongly.
Yes, and that's very attractive. So that's just a prediction I'm throwing out there. If Christmas is very polarizing. People have had very strong reactions to her possibly being on the show on social media. I'm saying right now, for the record, I hope she's on it.
Oh my! I mean, it will be the ultimate hashtag Brett was right moment when I shouted out her name in mid-June or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm here for it. I think she would be great. I suggested her tongue in cheek because I thought she might be too radioactive to actually be back on the show.
Right.
But also, like, it would be a good suggestion. She definitely, even though she got like 3rd place or 4th place, something like that, I feel like she deserves a second chance because there was no possibility in which she won that game, really, even though she did progress so far. And like she was really high. Everyone kind of liked her. She went to Crazy Town. I don't know, like, what else do you want from someone? Like, good competitor, good game player, and also huge capacity for acting like a psychopath on camera. Which, like, what else? What else do you need?
We have our genuinely good players. We have the people who are there just to bring the personality. We need a psychotic wild card. We've got Amber, who's like the normal wild card, who maybe she's actually a good player, We need our psycho, and that's Christmas.
So one other name that was mentioned, one other female that was mentioned, and then I'll ask you if there's any other names that, like, just out of the blue you would suggest. So Diane Henry, winner of BB5, I believe it was like strongly rumored for a couple days.
I don't think she won.
No, she did.
I thought she was 2nd place.
I don't fucking know. That was like,
I don't think she won because she was on All Stars, and the only winner on the original All Stars was Dr. Will, right?
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead. Anyway, Diane.
Whatever. Diane. She was rumored, and then she tweeted out a picture that she's like, sorry, I'm pregnant. Not going to happen. But sleuthy sleuths on the internet were like, Diane has a twin sister who might be pregnant as well. Maybe the twin, because it wasn't really a face shot. It was kind of just like a little bit of the chin and stuff. Like, Diane was 3rd, whatever. Come on. Okay. Maybe the twin. I remember she did well, whatever.
She was likable, and she was likable on All Stars too, but she was just so outshone on All Stars that I can't imagine them bringing her back for another All Stars. I'm sorry.
I can't remember most seasons of Big Brother very well.
She was perfectly lovely because it's fresh in my mind because I just rewatched it, but I just there are newer female cast members who are so much more interesting to bring on, and she already had her chance. So I'm just sort of like, I'm not rooting for that. Too.
Yeah. So sorry, internet. Sorry, I'm making shit up again. All right. So are there any other women that maybe haven't been rumored that you would just want to like shot?
Well, I go back to what I hoped. Call your shot
right now. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I go back to what I hoped for, which is I really wanted Rennie to be on.
Yeah, I know.
And even anyone from BB10, Keisha. You know, who else? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You know who
Jen, who got harassed by Dick. You know, give her another shot. She was hilarious.
I mean, if we're giving a spot on BB to everyone who's been harassed by Dick, then it's like a
that's 95 a long list.
Person
He's
cast.
Disgusting. This is an anti. I do not support him.
No,
just so everyone knows,
it's rough.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the men of BB 22.
We're going back to Lockingham.
Yes.
Lockingham Palace. Josh, King Meatball, winner of BB 19.
All right, so here's the thing. I'm honestly very surprised. I'm fine with this, but I'm surprised that he will make it through the process to actually get into the house. Because he just strikes me as the type of person who would get COVID-19.
Yeah, I mean, he was partying in like downtown Miami as on camera as recently as like.
He was out and about like at clubs without a mask on. So I'm just like, how is this kid? This kid is like, all right, fine. Listen, if he doesn't have it, let him in. Fine.
Talk about a first boot. Like
he's but he's like that football player you mentioned who like 3 months ago was like, oh yeah, like joking about COVID-19, and then he gets it and is in the hospital. You know, like that is the type of person Josh is. But
Julie in the chat says, I think he's had it several times already. And Julie has corrected me. Julie has corrected me a number of times on this pod because again,
thank you so much.
Not the fact podcast, the feelings.
No, but I appreciate that. I like working from truth. I'm so glad that she's there. That doesn't surprise me at all. I don't wish coronavirus on anyone, but he does seem like the type to get it.
Absolutely. I think he's great. I think the act will wear very thin in an all-stars situation.
Or they'll keep him. Or they're going to keep him on because he's a big target. He's so annoying. Or maybe he's mellowed out in his old age. Who knows? You know,
he's calmed down at the ripe old age of 26. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, maybe there is that chance though, right? Where everyone thinks he's a clown. Everyone thinks that he's one of the weaker winners of the show who basically won. He didn't win as much as Paul lost that season. Right. And they'll keep him around because there is a perception of him as not a strong player, highly emotional, not in a manipulatively strong way, but more in a sort of like this guy can barely keep it together without crying over his mom or his grandma or like
those pots and pans are coming out. I hope they got fresh ones because they are coming out.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing too is like I'm almost hoping he's a first boot because I very much envision like it's the Meatball show and he's singing the circus song again. He's literally doing all the greatest hits from his last season. Like, bro, pick up a new act.
I could see him becoming like the Howie of this new generation of Big Brother. Of like maybe people loved and rooted for him before, but upon a second glance, it's like, oh, you're actually. Like, you've got a lot of issues, and I don't know if we should be supporting this.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I just said, like we just did 10 minutes on Christmas about how she's like chaos, like she could be pure chaos, and we're team chaos here. But like
we are.
I don't know. So why not the same thing about Josh? I don't know. I think it's going to be a higher degree of difficulty this time around for Josh, with there obviously being like a lot of pretty strong players. And people who maybe not the strongest, but have, you know, Davon did really well, you know, did better the second time around than she did the first time around.
She learned, yeah, totally.
All these people are going to be, you know, playing a lot. People play better their second time in the game or their third or fourth time or whatever. So, you know.
Casey's going to take it all. All right.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so we should have ended this like 5 minutes in. Casey's winning.
Another lock, Ian Terry.
PB14 winner, right?
Yeah, I'm
getting all
like,
the name. I should stop being
BB14.
I should stop being so like objective about
There's
the
just
statements
been
I make.
So many at this point.
I know,
but this one I was sort of like whatever. Sure. He's a winner. Sure.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we need, well, you know, I don't know, Stephen Moses not around.
He
like,
fills a type. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we don't have any like nerdy guy. I mean, it'll be exciting to see him. He's a strongish player. We'll see. I mean, it's always interesting
to see him. Yeah, like with other winners, with other people who are like icons of the game. And he's older and he's a winner himself now. So maybe it'll be more interesting. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting to see. This will be a conversation that we're having all summer is how if someone's only played once before, like what the perception of that player is, and people will have that perception. So if you played super chaotically, or if you played super social game, people will assume that you're doing that, and maybe that's the time to mix it up or lean heavily into it, you know, as much as you can with such like a social personality based game. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, it's better than like it's better than like some jokester or whatever, right? Like.
I don't know. So then the other locks are Tyler.
I feel like we've devoted enough time to Tyler on this podcast.
I know. Hopefully he's my hopeful first boot. And then Cody Calafiore.
And now,
that's the thing. This is up for contention because TMZ reported Paulie Calafiore. And let me tell you, I'd take either. I'll take either of those Calafiore boys because I know at least Cody's going to be hot and Paulie's going to be chaos. So give me something.
You know, Paulie has like an OnlyFans account, like where he shows his dong or whatever.
Oh,
I don't know if
I
he actually shows
it from our.
Oh yeah, okay. I mean, question: why not both?
Great question. $1 million question. Oh my God, that would be amazing to watch. Because you know, they pretend in public like their brotherhood is so strong and powerful. But behind closed doors, it's just like rough stuff.
Cody thinks Paulie's a clown. Because Paulie is a clown.
Yes.
So, yeah. So now we're getting into some questionable areas. Because TMZ reported it was Paulie. Seems like more likely that it's Cody. Cody is a person who got second place on BB16 and whose brother played Big Brother. Cody is like, I don't know, it's super weird because Cody feels like such a large presence in Big Brother without actually having done much of anything.
Right, that's the thing.
You know?
I just know the casting directors, when they saw him, were like, oh my God, we found our John Travolta. You know, just like this,
Sandy.
So cute, so likable. Yeah, guy from, where is he from? Long Island or New Jersey, one of those. Yeah. He's so cute. He's so likable. He got really far. He's like a heartthrob. But other than that, there's like, that's kind of a dime a dozen, I'm sorry to say. You got to give me something else to work with. Like, Paulie is more memorable to me than Cody.
Absolutely.
Because we need a villain. Give me the villains.
Yeah, I know. So, you know, like, he seems like he's kind of feeling just like the all-American nice guy-ish role, like, which happens, and it win, and like that archetype wins a few times. In this season. We have Tyler.
And Tyler.
We're gonna get to Hayden in a little bit as well. It was sort of just like, like, you know, like, remember Drew? I think he won BB4, right? Like, he was like the most boring, like, he was the guy with the twin, whatever, the twins.
These twins, God, BB loves twins.
Oh my God. Like, just super boring, like, I'm a sweet guy, sure.
Yeah.
Like, so, I don't know, whatever, it's better. Okay. I mean, I think he'll play well. I think I would have preferred Paulie. You're right.
I would 100% prefer Paulie. And I would 1,000,000% prefer them both together. But so we need to move on to some other people. This is a huge name in the Big Brother world. Kazar.
Oh my.
Kazar.
Like, if Kazar is on this season, like, oh my gosh, like,
Kazar and
I'd be
Danielle together again.
So fucking excited. It'll be interesting because he's like probably 45 now.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to bring up an absolutely explosively hot take. And I just hope the chat is ready.
The chat is flaming me. June won BB4. No, Drew won BB5, the Diane season, right? We're putting it all together.
Wait. Listen to my take, chat. Okay. And Brett, listen, as I mentioned a million times, I've rewatched BB All-Stars recently, and I watched BB6 not too long ago. So I like Kesar. I think he's absolutely gorgeous. He's a hunk.
Oh, yeah.
However,
I know where you're going with this, and I kind of agree.
I just don't get the, like, people are obsessed, and they're like, he's my favorite player of all time. I'm like, why?
He didn't do particularly well in either season he played in.
No. Like, I like him because I can tell he's probably a great guy, and he's easy on the eyes, and he has a great relationship with Janelle, and that makes him fun. But, like,
I think he came in and he was like a bit of a chess. He tried to be a little bit of like a chess master, right? And then old Z10. I love that you guys are learning. Come on. Thank you for joining us here on Hey Julie.
Every day we're learning.
I think here's the thing too with Kesar. It is the year 2005 ish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what year it was. Someone tell me I'm wrong in the chat about whatever year it is. Tell me what year it is. 2005. 9/11 happens in late 2001, and as a culture, we have the show 24. We are vilifying Middle Eastern people in every fucking place we can. On television, we have George W. Bush as president. Even Middle Eastern people become the villains of every action movie or spy movie or anything. And I think this was a reaction to that, like rightfully so, like to have just a normal guy from like Irvine, California, who's like works at a software company or whatever the hell he did.
I think it was something like BB6, where because he's praying a lot, and he and I think James have a conversation about it. And I get that. And I'm not saying I like Kesar, but I'm just saying as a BB player, he's not particularly good. And
you're right.
So I'm just like, the devotion to him is, I think, a little overblown. Listen, if he's on the season, I'll be happy to see him. I like him. I'm just, the passion is intense. But again, the passion for a lot of players, as we mentioned, people love Tangela, and I don't get that either. So I get, at least for Kesar, I get it a little more than them.
We're going to pod next week when the cast is announced. But when we pod again, Danielle, you and I are going to have another candle on that cake, right?
Ooh.
As you know, being a 30-something person is old as shit.
We're
in Big
decrepit.
Breed. This is going to be an old-ass season if Janelle's on here, if Danny's on here, if Kesar is on here. I think this could be interesting if the average age of the season is like 39.
Oh my gosh, I'll love it.
I'll love it too. I think to get back to Kesar a bit, like it will be really interesting to see. This guy hasn't played in 13 years, right?
Yeah. Well, especially because I think the women, so far, it looks like the women will actually be much older than the men, because Danielle, if she's on it, Christmas is a little bit older. She's not that old.
Davon, I think, is in her mid to late 30s, right?
No, Davon is actually surprisingly young. Oh, gosh, I remember because everyone called her Mama Day, so I was like, oh, I guess that means she's like a motherly figure. But I think she's actually like either our age or younger than us, Brett.
Interesting.
But we think of her as older because she has a child. But no, Danielle Reyes, I mean, they're a little bit older, whereas, Josh is young, Ian's young, Tyler's young, Paulie and Cody, I think are either our age or younger.
Ian's that young. Like, I don't think Ian's that young. He's probably in his early 30s now. Like, usually there's not many people in it's usually the cast is like, it's 22. All 24-year-olds who are like, I just showed up to my job as a waiter and like, I'm on Big Brother. I have no idea what this is. And then there's like a 32-year-old guy, there's Sam Smith with the truck, and he's
they're all like, whoa, you're an adult.
And they're like, no, I'm not. I'm here for the summer instead of at my job.
Listen, you need to walk me through Enzo Palumbo.
I can't.
Well, he's also a possibility.
Okay. So Kaiser is not fully locked in. Hayden from the same season. Was it BB12, right?
Yes.
Tell me in the chat.
BB12 winner.
Right? BB12.
BB12 winner.
Hayden won BB12. Enzo got like third place in that year. I'm like particularly fuzzy, as we've established on this podcast. Not great with names. Not great with numbers. Not great with dates. Not great with remembering who actually won the damn games. So I'm particularly fuzzy about like seasons 9 through 15, which is like when I was in college, when I was living in New York, hanging out with my friend Danny DeVito. And
before we knew each other's deep, dark secrets of loving baby.
Like, this is when I was like least interested as a person in Big Brother. It's like I was kind of keeping up on it. I wasn't really doing feeds. Like, so like 9 through 15 is like very, very fuzzy for me. Almost fuzzier than the 2 through 7. So Enzo and Hayden are from this season. Enzo's like a sort of Jersey, like, oh, you doing guy.
Yes.
Which every season needs one of those, right?
Of course.
Enzo, as we all remember, his nickname was Meow Meow for some reason. Don't remember that.
I don't remember that either. And that's the thing. I actually, I've gone back and rewatched certain seasons. I don't remember this season whatsoever. And I think that works to their advantage big time. I think no one remembers these two. I mean, like super fans do, but the people on this show probably won't. And so I think it's like them and Casey. If they can form an alliance, they're going all the way to the end.
The under the radar all-stars. Like there are probably like a solid 5 people who are going to be like just going to stand next to a wall.
Like Hugh? Yeah, totally. Listen, we have to talk. Okay, so we talked about Hayden. We talked about Enzo. Before we get to questions and comments, we need to talk about one final person, a male, who has not been mentioned yet, who, if we're all being honest with ourselves, like look deep inside your soul, you know that it's not going to be an All-Stars without your boy, Friendship Paul. You know it's true. I know we all hate him from BB19. He did a horrible season, but he still made it to the final twice in a row. Come on, it's not going to be an All-Stars without Paul. He should be on.
I don't see why he fucking would.
Why?
I think he like.
It's a shorter season, probably.
No.
Okay,
I've seen some tweets saying that your boy Jeff, Hey Jeff from Hey Jeff the podcast, not in Fiji right now, eating tiger shrimp and sloshing around to a beach every third day to do commentary on some people running an obstacle course. No Survivor coming up. Usually Big Brother would end late September and then there would be a new Survivor season. I've seen some tweets that I won't bring up because I don't remember who tweeted them or whatever. That Big Brother might be like CBS's only reality cash cow this fall, and that they might stretch it out, maybe not stretch it out like 6 months or whatever, but I don't think they're gonna.
They're healthy. Why not?
Yeah, like they might not run. I don't think this is gonna be like Celebrity Big Brother, where it's like, all right, we only got Meta World Peace for 17 days.
Right.
This will be it seems like this will be a pretty average, normal sized season of Big Brother. The premiere is August 5th. Seems like we're gonna go to like mid to late October.
Wow, I'm saying this really deep into the mic. Wow. That is, honestly, that's great news.
So you asked me this question. Old Z is asking it in the chat. Why would Paul not want to go through it again? In the course of 15 or so months, 18 and 19, he goes from fan favorite to universally despised, loses twice in a row. Sorry, gets second place twice in a row. And then goes on, opens up www.reddit.com, and everyone's like, fuck this guy super hard. He seems like he kind of wants some positivity in his life. He kind of almost seems like he just kind of wants to be, he's like in the community a bit, but like I just think he's aware of like how much he's disliked, and I don't think he wants to keep wading into. People are gonna have to pitchforks out for him.
Yeah.
Again, they're just ready to go. Like once they're there with you, they're there. Like I don't know how he's gonna redeem himself at all in the eyes of people.
Know.
And I just like if I was him, I was like, I don't want to fucking just keep getting canceled online because of every little thing I do. People are gonna turn into the Zapruder film of why I'm like secretly a chauvinist or secretly whatever. Sure. I don't know. He's done very well. He's like definitely carved out his own thing, whether it's his rock band or his clothing line. Like if he's there, cool. Like I kind of don't have a problem with it. I feel like the act is a little bit old. I mean, the act was old the second time he played, but
it was.
I don't know why he would do it, and tell me why I'm wrong.
I hear you. I think there is an opportunity because he's at rock bottom in the BB world, as far as I'm concerned, from his showing on BB19, right? Like the only way to go is up. I think this could be his redemption season.
There is no such thing as redemption.
Well, I just think he truly is, and maybe I'll get canceled for this, but I think he is just such a top player. And I'm sorry, but the fact that he finished twice, 2 seasons in a row, the numbers don't lie. He's so good.
Absolutely.
He's an icon in modern Big Brother. So I just think it sucks for him to not be on it. I get it. I mean, if he's a normal human being, no, he shouldn't be on it again. It is probably horrible for your psychology, like for your mental health. It's a horrible experience to do. And not to mention he did it twice in a row. That's like psychotic. So I would have hoped that maybe a little time off, a couple of years to like, go back to the real world and then maybe come up with a plan. I'll go back. I'll show people I'm not so horrible. It could work, but I also don't begrudge him for not wanting to do that.
You will stand a king when he comes to court.
I have the memory of a guppy, so right now I'm just thinking of the good times in BB18 and how I was like rooting for him. So I've sort of erased BB19 from my mind. I've been obviously Christmas and a couple other, star characters. But
I wonder if BB19 is like a secretly good rewatch.
Well, it's such a dramatic season. It has Raven. It has Jackson Cody. It has Mark and Elena. It has all these crazy people. It has incredible fights. But
I'm checking all throughout my desk here. I can't find it. Doesn't seem like Elena's going to be on BB22.
So that's the cast. I just have to say, listen, agree with me, disagree with me. I don't care. I'm staunch in my belief that All Stars will be remiss without Paul. He's great. So should we get into some questions and thoughts?
Yeah. Just very quickly, 2 other rumored guys, not much weight behind the rumors. Kevin Campbell of BB11, I believe, and David Alexander of last year's Big Brother BB21. Although David Alexander has tweeted in the last 2 hours, like, I'm going to be watching from my couch. So
yeah.
Could be he has a friend who's logged onto his Twitter saying that. Could not be.
Look, we all want our favorite first boots to be in the show, but I think that's a reach.
So yeah, that's it for the rumors. We'll get the cast on Monday. We'll get interviews with the cast on Wednesday, and then we'll get a 2-hour live move-in special. Shades of BB22. The Virgin King Scotty walking around by himself in that house.
BBOTT, yes. The best.
Oh, what did I say? BB? I don't know.
You said BB22.
No,
I know it's on your mind. And you guys, we're back with a vengeance. I tweeted this. We were in a slumber, but BB22 has now awoken us, and you can't tame this beast. We're back, baby. So I'd love to get to some thoughts and cues.
Yeah.
First was from Slither Ryan. Hi, Slither Ryan. Was Raven robbed?
Of like genetics?
Of being included. Of being like, should Raven be in the All Stars cast?
No, she's fucking horrible.
Well, she was a memorable character.
And in a time of national health crisis, my heart goes out
She's
to
at
her.
risk.
She's on a double ventilator right now.
She's
she
at
has
risk,
been
dude.
since she was in the Wuhan province in January 2020, and so
She ran a 5-minute mile while she was there.
Yeah.
From DigiCho, and this is a great question. What's Julie going to be wearing on premiere night, and how hot will it be? Wow. So
I say, okay, you go first.
Well, here's the thing. There's not going to be a live audience this year for BB. Of course, it's a health risk. So we're hearkening back to the old days. And that's why I think Julie should harken back to the old days. I want to see Julie in her early aughts, like bejeweled jeans and
haircut
a cardigan.
Hair as long as mine.
Yes, I want like a flippy hair.
Mm-hmm.
I want rhinestoned jeans, low slung jeans. I want her to say, listen, pandemic is ravaging the country and I'm keeping it casual, honey.
Julie Spencer in the chat has my answer. Lululemon from the waist down. Why don't they? It's like cut open on Julie Chen, the same pair of sweatpants she's been wearing for 4 months. Can't find the Apple TV remote. Les, we're almost done with our Lost rewatch. You know, I don't know. Maybe she's just doing it the whole thing from home. Julie is zooming in from the couch, is what Oldsy says in the chat. She will not be in studio. I mean, I don't know.
Some big time like BBOTT pre-recorded vibes from Julie this season.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, oh, there's no live audience. I'll be at home. Thanks.
Are we gonna get the pre-recorded like, oh, I'm going to the old hot dog stand by my construction site, and oh, there's a key in the hot dog.
Probably. Probably. A great question from Ninto55. You each have to pick 3 house guests right now who you think are winning the season. Take turns, of course. Call your shots. Who's winning this thing? So I'll go first. Casey.
Okay.
Now you go.
Cody.
Ian.
Nicole.
Amber. Okay. So that's what
I
we're
have
saying.
to go again, but I don't care. I don't know. Like, it'll be interesting. I mean, we've done a Big Brother season before, right? And Boogie, a name we shall not mention anymore on this podcast.
Yeah.
Won that one, and that was, you know, like that was a season in which Will got pretty far, but I mean, it almost seemed like it wasn't possible for Will to win because of how popular he was, how well regarded he was coming in there. I almost imagine that it might be sort of a secondary player, not a secondary player in that they do nothing, but like someone who maybe is like the third in charge of an alliance, right, and sort of gets by after, you know, some of the bigger people in front of them goes out of the way. I mean, who knows? Like we discussed it earlier, like maybe if he doesn't piss off everybody, maybe Josh can win this again.
Oh my God, maybe. Like, yeah,
sort
absolutely.
of just being like a middle rung, low member of a big alliance, and then the cards fall in the right way at the end.
Janelle vote for Meatball is gonna be rough stuff. From at RB Clips, what are the chances What Up Kazar will trend night 1 on Twitter? I mean, that's the thing. Even though I know I went off on a tangent about I don't get like the intense standing of Kazar, I still really like him. And if that happens, I'll be very happy. Because it's like we're all in this BB fandom together and we remember him and we like him. So I don't know. It's like welcoming back to the fan. I don't know. I like it. I hope it does. I hope the chances are 100%. And this is a great thought from Vegetable Claire. You guys should have Love for Tangela on as a guest.
I was going to offer that to Love for Tangela.
Honestly, I'm not against it. I
would love
Tangela,
it.
If you're out there, like, call in, explain to us this faction of the fandom that is so passionate, because we clearly don't get it. And I love to talk to people whose viewpoints differ from my own.
I don't.
At Patrick M. Dunn, what's the chances of there being quarantined-themed competitions? It's a great question. What do you think the theme is going to be this year? Like, I tweeted about this because it's always like, it's always like robots or like, you know, it's like technology.
Yeah, it's like stuff that would be like in a section of your 7th grade science class. I don't know, like, man, because there's so many things to juggle this year. Like Zingbot's gonna come back and do like another, like he's been doing this election thing, right? Like he's been doing this election
Oh, it's
Trump
an election
thing
year again,
for like
yeah.
4 years. So we're definitely gonna have Zingbot like be like TV man, camera person, or whatever. And then I mean, there's just so much going on in this country. Like you don't want to piss off people. I don't know, just BB from home. It's just like a home BB from home.
Yeah, BB from home. Lots of homey vibes. A live, laugh, love portrait on the wall, you know? All the mugs say, this isn't coffee, it's wine. Like, very Karen aesthetic is what I'm hoping for.
You know, is there going to be a mask competition? Like, put the mask on the...
there must.
Like, dancers come by, and it's like, all right, the third dancer on the left, what color was their mask? You know?
Or it's going to be like, drink this chunky soup through your mask.
No.
From @LilDuck. How many minutes do you think it'll take them to forget there is a theme, especially if it's quarantine? I know the theme is that's the thing. The theme's gonna be quarantine, but then all the competitions are gonna be like hacking or like campfire, like cheerleading. It's just
the theme is gonna be there was a COVID outbreak with all of our set painters, so we're literally, the theme is, you know what the theme's gonna be? BB Pass. It's literally just going to be all the competitions from last year.
Yes,
they're like,
we're
not putting a new coat of paint on it. We're just going to keep the same theming.
I won't complain. And then finally from John Howard 023, this is a thought. Just Polly. Why does CBS think this is a good move with everything we're going through right now? John Howard, get on board. He's going to bring the chaos, the drama, the talking to butterflies. We need a villain. They can't all be Kazar. You know, they can't all be like likable like Tyler. We need some spice here.
Got some stuff in the chat. Monique Rose says Audrey has been missing in action all week. Was supposed to do Sequester. She hosting that show tonight on the YouTubes. So she's a
I would love to see her in this cast.
It would be great to see her with a blanket over her head.
Great addition.
Fitness
snip Casey and throw her in there.
Oh my god, you guys. Fitness trainer 845 says, "What's the beer, Danielle? Are you drinking a beer right now?"
I am. I'm drinking a Bud Light. Fitness trainer. Don't worry, fitness trainer. It's a light beer.
Yeah, you gotta keep it fit. Gotta keep it fit.
Gotta keep it tight in quarantine.
So, you know, we got some good stuff in the chat. What else? What are the chances that the one actor guy who always shows up every season is quarantined?
Yes.
I mean, angry alien UCB guy. I mean, talk about like the one thing I look forward to all season. Some people it's like OTEV, some people it's Zingbot, some people it's whatever. It's the double eviction.
Great.
Me, it's the fucking 300-pound UCB guy who screams at people.
I'm so excited for him as well. It'll be fun to see because they're all stars, you know? So it'll be wonderful to see them on, like Janelle, a mother of 3, back on Swap. She's going to go berserk.
Oh, God.
And they have to give them their all-stars. Give them alcohol. This is my humble plea. We're all in quarantine. As I drink my Bud Light, you know, we all need a little more booze to get us through these days, especially Big Brother contestants. Light them up. Give them everything they want.
Give them everything.
Throw in the Tito's, the Jose, the what are the other gin, other alcohols.
Black tar, heroin.
Please, whatever they need.
Not for Christmas though. She needs to get right.
As long as they perform for me, give them what they need.
All right. Anything else, Danielle?
My closing thought is the same as my beginning thought, which is just, I feel very #grateful and blessed that this is even happening. I had given up. I was even considering canceling my CBS All Access. But now I'm renewed, rejoiced. My faith has never been stronger. I'm so excited for this season. And I'm so excited to watch it with all of you. Like, it's going to be the best.
Yeah, I'm stoked. So I would imagine on like maybe sometime next week we'll do a pod after we have some video. Like, I don't know, after we have some videos, right? Like it'll be fun to break down these interviews. Hopefully,
we need to catch up. Yes, with the
Schroeder has been thrown inside of a fucking volcano or whatever. Like, talk about someone.
It's 2020. We've had enough of him.
Dud, Jesus Christ.
Throw someone else in there.
Yeah, so we'll get some of that.
Where's Morgan Willett? Let her host those things. She's a host.
No BBOTT people. I mean, pour one out for BBOTT.
That's so sad, but I get it. It's like the black sheep.
I know. No, Chrissy is confirmed. No.
Guys, thank you so much for listening. We're so excited. And follow us on Twitter at HeyJulieBB. Send us an email if you dare. HeyJulieBigBrother@gmail.com.
Yep. So roulette, if that gets read. Subscribe. We're on the Apple. We're on the Spotify. We're on the YouTube. We're on the Twitch. Should I just like game from our Twitch account?
Yeah, why
Should
not?
I just like play like city building games and answer
Honestly,
questions?
I'm open to like live feed watches on Twitch if that's something people do.
Yeah, we should do that.
Like Thursday nights when there's a comp and we can watch it together, let's do it.
Yeah. So I think we'll be coming at you guys it seems like Mondays and Fridays are pretty good for us during this season.
Yeah.
With jobs, remember? Yeah. All right, that's good. You just ran through all the I think that's it. I think we ran through all the socials. We ran through all the email addresses that nobody
Then
checks.
there's one thing left to say, and that's bye, Julie.
Bye, Julie.